How do you currently approach a scenario in which you must work in a group? We all have many responses. The truth is, we adapt to the group and make it work. Imagine saying, let's dream together. How would this change your approach to group work? I would like to introduce the term Dreamstorm. A Dreamstorm is actually the first step in a 4-part system for creating and showcasing new ideas. Typically, we say, let's start with a brainstorm, but actually the brainstorm is the second step in this process. The first step is called a Dreamstorm, and it can harness the true power of collaboration. The 4 areas we will explore are Dreamstorm, Brainstorm, Implementation, and Showcase. Step 1, Dreamstorm. We will discuss the features of Part 1. All ideas count, name them and write them. All voices are heard. All yes, all the time. All ideas are exhausted. In this scenario, each member is contributing to what they want to see as they are beginning to envision the project.
When we have a new idea, we first Dreamstorm. We grab one large sheet of paper or whiteboard to jot down our initial ideas. We both write what we dream this initiative to be. After about 5 or 10 minutes, we then share what we wrote. We make sure to cover all our ideas, listen to one another's thoughts, and definitely bring the excitement of the creation. This process should take as much time as needed to make sure you have generated all the possible ideas you have.
Step 2 is Brainstorm. In this step, members use the Dreamstorm as a guide for organization, parts and pieces, ranking, and decision making. The steps are organize and order, categorize and document, address all thoughts, determine the steps. Organizing all the wonderful ideas is the logical step. Themes emerge and similarities are noted. The group addresses areas to focus on. We categorize and document. This leads to logical systems and plans. The members can address each thought and start to visualize. All thoughts and ideas should be captured, documented, and checked. Crossing off each item from the Dreamstorm as it is added to the list of the Brainstorm is essential. During this step, order and vision become clear.
The Brainstorm step is necessary because it takes the messy ideas and organizes them into easy-to-read steps and objectives. When we first designed menus, we began by looking at the structure of the classroom. How did it currently work? How could it be more organized, more student-friendly and driven? This led us to creating a menu that provided times, space for notes, transitions, and a spot to reflect.
During implementation, the procedures are in full force and the group members have an invested interest in completing the necessary parts. The goal of implementation is to take what was planned, the blueprints, for Brainstorm and find a way to bring the ideas to life. This takes discussion, trial and error, tools outside of the thought process, and the executed tangible parts, the planning and building. It is in this stage that the going gets tough. Doers must start doing and the actual building begins. This is when the invisible ideas become visible, colorful, concrete, and usable. Implementation is where decision-making, practicality, and cooperation takes place. This allows for discussions, debates, deliberation, and compromise. This is a healthy time for the group to interact because members are safely invested and willing to give a little and negotiate.
Once our ideas are organized and attainable, we then begin to implement. For example, when we are piecing together our content for our videos, we look over our organized plans from our Brainstorm and form lessons. These lessons then turn into our scripts for our enhanced videos. We try to capture all the essential intentions and criteria in a meaningful and purposeful manner. Once we have our drafts constructed, we implement the plan for our class to use. Every new idea needs to evolve, but we have found the process to be rewarding and pushes our new concepts forward.
The final step, Step 4, is Showcase. This is the area where the audience is able to view what your group has created. This is authentic in both structure and critical eye. This is where the wow factor and a published and polished product is displayed. What was once a sloppy mess, scribbled on a large sheet of butcher paper, is now a product. You now have an exhibition. Dreamstorming is for individuals, and it is definitely for groups to use as a starting point for harnessing ideas and building successful end results.
Now that we've seen and heard the steps of the Dreamstorm process, Dreamstorm, Brainstorm, Implementation, and Showcase, let's take some time to consider what we've learned and begin to Dreamstorm ways to apply this to our own classes.